What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I want to talk about the remainder of this presale and something I think we may see. Again, I have no indication or any kind of inside information that something like this is going to happen. It just makes logical sense that there's a possibility. And before I even go any further, this is not financial advice, so please don't take any action on this. This is more so just a thought experiment on what would be the case and how we could potentially look at this if we do see a pump or it's not even a pump in SPS. That's kind of like the byproduct. But if we do see another surge into pack buying for the Conclave Arcana presale. So I'm recording this now on Sunday, April 27th. So there's still 2 weeks left in the presale. But what I'm thinking of, and I've seen this in many folks, right? There's a lot of folks that are sitting on SPS right now, hoping that it will go up and planning that if it does go up, they will burn that for DEC, right? They'll go get more DEC kind of bang for their buck and then go and buy packs with that. But here's the thing. If you're holding SPS and you're waiting for that to happen, it's not going to happen in the sense of like you need people or someone to go out and buy SPS, right? That's what's going to move the price up, because just because you're holding on to it and are planning to burn it, sure, you're not going to put any downward pressure on SPS. You might on DEC, but not on SPS, but you still need somebody to put that upward buy pressure, which is what gets me to that whole point of like, could it be someone or a group of people that are looking at this and saying, hey, you know what? I haven't really gotten into the presale yet, and maybe I'm holding some DEC already, maybe I'm holding some SPS or whatever the case is, but I want to go heavy into the presale, and I want to get more bang for my buck. Now, what they're essentially going to do is they can use SPS as a way to generate more capital, more DEC for them, so they're getting more packs per SPS, we'll call it, right? Because they can push the price up. And again, it doesn't take much. I mean, we're talking about not that much. In fact, you know what? Hold up. I even want to go to just to give you guys like an idea here, right? So the biggest pools for SPS, we'll just do this kind of live on the spot here. So I don't know if it's... All right, so there's 500,000 in the SPS swap.hive pool and 350,000 in the SPS DEC pool. So we'll use the swap.hive SPS pool. So you got swap.hive and you have SPS. All right, there's $500,000 worth of value in there. Now, SPS is sitting at roughly a penny. So if we were to sell, let's just say, not even looking at the premium packs, right? But if we were to sell another 100,000 packs, we'll call it, right? 100,000 packs. In fact, this might be easier to do with DEC, but that's fine. We'll stick to this. 100,000 packs, which would bring in roughly $400,000, right? And then $400,000. Let's see if I can do this math here on my calculator. So $400,000 divided by 0.01 is going to be 40 million SPS. So there'd be 40 million SPS worth of volume. Again, that's a lot. I don't know that we're necessarily going to see that, but that's kind of half of what we have right now. Right? We've put $1 million worth into buying Conclave Arcana packs. Do I think that we can get another 400,000 or so? Yeah, probably. Are we going to get $400,000 worth of buying power and pressure? I don't know, but my point is that let's even go something smaller than that. Let's say it's only $100,000 worth of buying pressure. Somebody wants to buy, 10 million SPS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of a sudden you can see here that SPS moves with $100,000 of buy-in. It moves 70%, which seems like a lot, but again, SPS is sitting at a penny, right? But all of a sudden we go from 1 penny to 1.7 cents, and everybody who buys at that point to help push the price up is able to then burn for that 1.7, right? 1.7, and they get the 70% bonus on DEC. You get what I'm saying, right? And so this could be a coordinated thing. This could be a single person thing if they have the capital to do it, or it could even just be kind of like a hive mind thing where it's just like, oh, if people start to see SPS going up, they start to buy, thinking that it goes up a little bit more, and we just get this collective hive mind that all does it on their own, right? But it accomplishes the same goal. So again, that's just $100,000 right there. That's like 25,000 packs, which I think we could easily do. If we go to my other initial estimate, right, the 400,000, what is it, 40 million? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, now there's not there's not even enough SPS in this pool, right? And if I go back to the pools here, and of course, they'll be able to go through, but they'll be able to arbitrage between the different pools that we have. And of course, even some of the other ones, but it's just like there are 17 million and 24 million SPS in the top two pools. So even just those two is barely 40 million SPS. Now, obviously, as SPS goes up, it's not going to sell for 0.01, right? 0.011, 012, 013, all of that. So this is not a clean look at it. Obviously, it's going to be much more dynamic and messy, but we like that, right? My whole point is that as we go through over the next couple of weeks, are we going to see something like that? A push that maybe isn't from one person, maybe not even from a couple of individuals. Maybe they start it, but then there's just this natural rally that happens as people try to take advantage before the presale is over. And the only reason that I'm mentioning that is because you have a lot of folks that are sitting on SPS right now, hoping and waiting for it to go up. And if they look at it and say, well, you know what, if I put in a little bit more capital or other people are putting in capital and it starts to rise, we can push it up a little bit higher, take advantage. Now, what does this do? Well, it creates a lot of extra DEC. But this is the world that we live in, right? This is exactly what we were expecting to happen. And liquidity is low enough that it is possible. And so while it's not a bad thing, it's not an illegal or unethical thing, it is something that we should just be aware of in case it does happen, because that creates an opportunity for a lot of extra DEC in the ecosystem. And where's that DEC going? To buy packs. So it creates it creates an extra supply of packs, which I personally don't think is going to be a problem over the course of the life of the set, right? This is just for the pre-sale, and I think a lot of that stuff will get circulated anyway. But that's just where my head is at on this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Curious to see how you guys are seeing this, if you're expecting it, if you're going to participate in it, and what your game plan is for the remainder of the presale. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.